All right, so first of all, thank you so much for talking with me. So how do you say your name?
Aurélie.
Aurélie. Aurélie.
Yeah,
Aurélie.
it's good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah.
don't be nice. Okay, so it's Aurélie. 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 Okay, so we're here with Aurélie. Oh, forget about it. We're here with,
Aurélie.
and we're at the train station. So what's the name of this train station?
It's Musée d'Agore.
So because it's a museum now.
Yeah, now it's a
Yeah.
museum.
Okay, so tell us about why was this museum vital to Temiskaming,
Yeah,
Temiskaming,
it's coming.
and then what's the short form for it?
Timis.
Timis. Okay, so we're in Temiskaming, but from now on we're going to call it Timis. Okay.
Yeah.
So why was this train station so vital to this area?
Because it like connects with like North Bay and just like northern towns. We didn't have like much of a connection since like the roads were like really like risky and all that, and we are like very far away like from other towns, like at least like an hour to go like to North Bay or like. So the train station like connected us to other people that we didn't know since they couldn't come here, and like we couldn't like really see them since like we have to work here, and it's like really important for us. But like yeah, that's
So okay, so first of all, why is the train all the way up here? Because there's a direct connection to the logging community, right? So why is this train station so far north? Like, what was it about this region that started this whole
it's about like the mail. Is that meal?
Mail?
Meal, yeah.
mail, like letters? No,
No, meal.
mill,
Yeah,
M-I-L-L.
yeah,
Mill, yeah. So
mill.
that's the logging, the wooding,
Yeah, the wooding.
wood logs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what like really started the town. That's what like got us to be on the map more and have a train like to like move the woods like from here to other places, since we had to like get it to like the other part of Quebec. Yeah. So
Interesting. So, and train was one way that they did it, but the other way was also bringing the logs down
Yeah.
through the river, like standing on it.
yeah.
So this is an interesting side thing because we were talking about this before. And so your grandfather was one
Yeah.
of those people.
Yeah.
So tell us some of your grandfather's stories
Some of them, wow. About like the Timis or
about
like
working, about what he built, and some
what
of
he
those.
built.
What was it like working as a log?
He actually like have so much stories. I don't know which one, but
I guess
like
we need to get him on the show.
yeah, we need to get him on the show. He's a.
Well, what do you remember?
I remember him telling me like that he was doing it and like coming back from work and just like have all his family here for him, and it was really important for him, his family, and just like his community, because like he's helping his neighbors, building like fences, and just like helping like so much people, and just like teaching my father and all his sons to like build a life in Temiskaming.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's start with the beginning because you started with the history of this place.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning, and then we'll go through all the things that you talked about.
Perfect.
Now you don't have the
Yeah.
actual notes, so now you got to try to remember it all. But we're gonna go through the whole thing, and then we're gonna talk about the riot, not the riot, when they kind of fought back with
Okay.
So let's start
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Perfect. So the foundation of the town is started in I don't know what year. So that's nice. It's like a pulp and paper factory just started it, and from that like the town grew stronger, and just like downtown was built for like the employees, and uptown was built like for their buses. So that's really nice. I think like we can like really see like the pyramid scheme, and just like see their like social levels with that. And after it was bought by the CIP, and the CIP was just like starting the town, just like really like focusing on people and like locality. Just yeah.
What does the CIP stand for again?
CIP, it's I don't know. I will look it up later. Yeah.
Okay, we'll fill in some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. All right, so continue. So
Yeah, after the CIP was here, they started like building everything like more like English style. And it's also like a garden city. Was inspired by it was built by Thomas Adams, and it was really like focusing about like the English side and more like yeah. So
nice.
that's it. And the pipelines were built to like uh, have people like uptown and downtown have water, and it was made of wood first, but then it was made of metal, and now it's a circuit that we can go through, like, and also have like graffiti in them. It was like organized by town since there were already graffitis, but they weren't like very
Appropriate.
nice.
Yeah. So now they have appropriate graffiti.
Yeah, now they
that's
have
approved.
that's
Approved
approved.
graffiti. Yeah. And you said something that was interesting before. You said that they were really big and they sort of divided the town. So
Yeah,
that's the
divided
reason why
town. Yeah.
they stopped using
They
them.
stopped using it. Now it's like much more like little and just like goes around to like not bother people as much. And it just first pipeline were built like by like only gravity, so it's like water was coming from like uptown and just like going downtown to have like everyone have water. And yeah, then the CIP like let down people and wanted them to like it wanted like reduce the cost of it, so they just like
Started
yeah,
laying off people
they, yeah.
and making them lose their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they wanted to do that, but like everyone in town is like such a strong community that they didn't want to like let down people, so they blocked like the bridge over like the Ontario side and the Quebec side. So like the what is
They
called
immobilized
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they were striking. So they were kind of blocking everything and they're protesting.
Yeah, they were protesting to have their people back. And with that, like Tembec was built. They were like it was rebought. Oh my God.
Rebought. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And to like keep all those people, they had to like let down a little like less money to people, but it didn't really bother people because they really wanted to stay together.
So that's what's actually very interesting for
Yeah.
me is because they were willing to get less money just so they can keep everybody together
Yeah.
and not let go of people or fire people or anything like that. So they were willing to accept less pay just to keep their community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. So there's the other thing that you mentioned also, you talked about how the town still looks old.
Yeah.
And they kept a lot of the old buildings. You said that one of the old bank
Yeah.
is actually a gym now, but they kept the vault and everything there.
Yeah, it's really nice. They like kept all the like Kipara Road like as it was to like make you feel like you were there when the trains were here and all of that. And I think it's like really like a strong like vibe from the town, and it's like a more unique style from like other towns that I know, like not far away from here, but like they have more people and all that, but they didn't have like all this like history.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that Quebec does really well. I have to
Yeah.
admit, like Quebec really keeps their old stuff looking nice. Like if you look at Trois-Rivières and
And
Quebec
Quebec,
City,
yeah.
like it's just like I love going there because it's just they keep it looking like how it looked back in the days, and I love
Yeah.
that so much. And even when we were driving up here, we could see that I like this. It's just nice already. And the fact that you mentioned the garden town was something that we actually noticed because you could see like the flowers and everything.
Yeah.
So they're even keeping that part of it
Yeah.
looking pretty. So as soon as you drive into the town, it's very welcoming and very. I really like that. That's a very beautiful thing. So tell me about what do you guys have planned in the future, because you guys are talking about that you're going to create like a permanent exhibition here.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Like, what are some of the things you're planning on doing, and why should people come?
Yeah. So we are doing like a permanent exposition about like how it was when like the train was here. So there's gonna be like luggage and just like a lot of like the old vibe, like when the trains were like transporting people, and you're gonna really like feel like you're part of the history of the museum. And also in like more like far away future, it's gonna be like an escape room in the like downstairs. Yeah.
And so what was downstairs?
Yeah, downstairs, it was an old bunker from like it's the Cold War. It's the
Probably.
second. Yeah. Anyway, from that, and it's just like really cool, but it's a bit scary right now since
It's abandoned and
yeah,
nothing's
it's
been there.
abandoned, but it's a great vibe for like an escape room.
That makes sense. So can you imagine the old bunker being an escape room?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so let me see if there's any other questions I'm missing here.
But I can tell about like the garden like city.
Yeah.
My grandmother was actually like one of the people that were like really like into flowers and all that stuff. And they like wrote like a little like story. One guy that was here like wrote a lot of story about like stuff like that. And he told like a story about my grandmother, and it's all on YouTube now. And it's like really nice. And she died a little years ago. So yeah, that's really nice.
So it's nice you could go back and see
yeah.
see the video. That's awesome. I really
That's
like
really
that.
really
That's
nice.
special.
It's like I think it's called Fleur, Sœur de Fleur. Yeah, Sœur de Fleur.
Well, what was your grandmother's name?
Janine.
Janine. Yeah. Well, hey, like send us a link to the video. We'll link to it in ours. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so tell me about tell us about the podcast that you guys do here, because I like that idea of having guests that used to work here. Your grandfather was probably on the show.
Probably. Yeah, it's about like more older people that like tells a story about like when the train was here and like when like the town was really in the beginning, and like it's really nice. I think like having so much like history in just like one place, and just having someone told you like about things you didn't even know about your town. Like you live here for like 15 years and don't even know that stuff, you know. It's really nice, and they have all a setup that's really beautiful, and you can really you can tell that they put a lot of effort in this. And
I see that you're really excited about
really excited.
So it reminds me of when there was in Kingston, which is a town in Ontario, they have the prisons there, the penitentiary, and they do these tours. And when you go around there, there's people that used to work, because it's closed now.
Okay.
But when they do the tours, you have people that used to work there. So you go through the different areas of the prison, and then you show up, and then suddenly someone that used to work there shows up. It's like, yeah, so when I was here, this is what happened. There was a riot and blah, 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 and we're trying to keep. So I like that idea of people that are still alive telling the story, because nothing beats hearing the story from their perspective and what it was really like, as opposed to, you know, trying to tell a story that took place in like the 1600s where everybody's dead. So now it's good to have people still alive, and then in a way kind of remember their stories now, because you have the podcast, you have it, like your grandmother, she's like in the YouTube video. So now you can keep these stories alive. And I think that's really important. Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything else that you wanted to share about? Did we miss anything?
I think I don't think about much more to say, but if you have more question or anything.
I think that's it. We're just talking about the stories, about the history from the past to the broader community narratives. We talked about that. Well, you guys are still, I mean, what other things can you guys discover when you come here as a museum part?
You can discover like really the like essence like this of the town, and see all those people that just are still here because like they love this town and are just like so much part of like the community here, that everyone knows them, you know.
Then no one wants to leave.
They don't want to leave, and that's a big part of the town. Like everyone is so connected, and you can really see it when you just like go to like a restaurant, but like about the museum, you can see the history of like people that work here, and also like the train station, and it was really important, and the mile was like the foundation of the town. And I think like it's important to know that, because that's how we are still here.
I think the most important here is that community closeness.
Yeah.
And there's not many people here. You said 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
its population, so you know, everybody knows everybody,
Yeah,
and you're very close.
yeah. We
Yeah, I
only
love
have
that.
like one school, and it's primary, secondary, English, and French, all the levels in one building. It's we are really close. My class is only 9 people.
Wow! Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's hilarious. There's one thing that you and your boss said that was very funny. That because it's a border town with Ontario, so everyone here speaks English and French, and no
Yeah.
one speaks it properly. Either or. Like either they speak French really well and not English, or they speak
Yeah.
English really well and not French. So and
Yeah.
you're going back and forth, and no one's speaking either
It's
language, right?
yeah, but like there's the old like we fought for a language, so like we don't like English and English don't like us, so like it's really funny, but it's really nice to like be so close to like the Ontario, so we can speak English. Like other people for like not even an hour away don't even know when I just like say, oh my god, they don't even know what that means, and I'm just like, how can you live not knowing that?
That's awesome.